Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream, ladies and gentlemen. You guys are used to this 5 p.m. UK time. You get me every Wednesday. I do love and appreciate every single person who is joining us right now on the stream. Please do make sure you guys are liking the video. Do make sure you guys are subscribing on your way in. We are here to talk transfers, ladies and gentlemen. We're here to talk transfer window. We're here to talk all the transfer related information. You get me? Big up to all of you guys. Like the video, subscribe, all that type of good stuff. You get me? So yeah, please do like the video. Please do subscribe to the channel. Big up to everyone locked in. Joining me first and foremost, replacing LB for today's stream. Massive upgrade on LB, to be honest with you. Man like Patrick is in the building. How doing, Patrick?
Don't gas me up because I'm your super sub. Don't gas me up.
There you are.
Look at you trying to gas me up. Don't gas me up because I'm your super sub. Thank you for having me, man. I saw the thumbnail. I caught you yesterday and you didn't want to admit it. I was like, I bet you I'm subbing somebody. Then I looked at the picture. I was like, yes, LB. I've subbed for LB a lot this week. He seems to be unattainable. Yeah, so he's traveling, isn't it? Because I kept on looking at.
Yeah, but LB is LB is a celebrity now, so he's like he has vacations and shit like this.
Yeah, he's probably popping that money because my guy works very hard. He's got 5 streams a day. My God, same as you anyway. Big up for having me, man. Big up to the chat.
No, I'm not a celebrity. I'm just Sam from Jordan. I'm not a celebrity. Big up to you, Patrick.
Shut up, Sam. I had a conversation about you one time in a pub, and the guy didn't even know I know you. He's like, "Have you seen this Sam guy? He also does YouTube." I was like, "What?" I was like, "Sam?" So I pretended as if I didn't know you, and the guy was like, "He wrecks my head, but I still watch him." I was like, "Yeah, pick up to you, man."
Fairs. Joining us next is a sheep in wolf clothing. You get me? Sheepy is gonna join us on the channel. How you doing, Wolfie?
Yo, man, that's like calling me a freaking Derby supporter, man. What are you doing?
Why is there's something off with your mic?
Wait, can you hear me?
And I can hear myself twice.
Oh, wait, hold on. There, is that better?
Yeah.
Wait, Wolfie, where's the grey gone? What happened to your grey hair and your grey?
Season's over, bro. Season's over. The stress goes, man. The stress goes.
That's mad.
Does I feel okay, Tom?
Anyway, there's only one big topic for us to start with. Make sure you guys are liking, make sure you guys are subscribing. Everyone, please hit the like button. Everyone, please subscribe. Of course, on this stream, it was discussed a week ago. The whole Florian Wirtz situation, the fact that he won't choose Liverpool, the fact that, if it was down to City or Liverpool, he would choose Manchester City and he would choose Bayern. And why are you celebrating this? And why are you celebrating that? And yada, 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 yada. So, Mr. Wolfie, Wirtz is going to be a Liverpool player. What are your thoughts?
Hey! He rejected us.
And this brings me back to last week's conversations. Speaking of mutants, you 3 mutants were screaming at this channel, telling everyone, why the fuck would Florian Wirtz want to go to Liverpool?
Hey, mutants.
Just say, Wirtz wants to come to the Premier League. Okay, and let's say you both put 100 mil on the table, 200k wages. Who does he choose in a straight shootout?
City.
Yep, I agree.
Hey, mutants.
City have more pull. Arsenal have more pull. Chelsea have more pull.
I don't think we're going to drop that money.
Name you're going to get. I've already seen hundreds linked with Man U big names, hundreds with Arsenal, with Man City. Liverpool?
Bro, what the fuck you want me to do, man? Hey.
I'm so ashamed.
They're not getting Florian Wirtz. What they're saying here is that, we ain't getting the guy. We don't want the guy. But if he moves to England, we're going to pretend like we're interested. Hey, already agreed a deal with Bayer Leverkusen. They don't want it to drag on. As soon as City get the green light from Florian Wirtz, the deal will be signed that day. Florian! They're in the chat, yeah. I'm on a fucking stream with 3 mutants who are ready to pounce. Mutants.
Sam, do you agree that they have more pull than you?
I'm so ashamed.
But he doesn't go Liverpool. No way.
He don't go Liverpool. I agree, he don't go Liverpool.
I don't think he goes to Liverpool.
Well, let's be honest, yeah. Let's be honest, yeah, as well. If Liverpool was serious Yeah, wouldn't the slot be there? Wouldn't slot like it'd be for partying, getting steam up? Florian, I want to go through these stages of grief, innit? They don't want to do
it
that,
gets
bro.
worse, LB. It gets worse.
Florian! Oh yeah, it's Liverpool here. If you do decide to come to the Prem, let us know, mate. We might offer you a deal, innit? I think I've already said I think that Liverpool story was a load of rubbish. I'm gonna talk about this for the next days, mate, because it's interesting. Hey, he didn't meet Liverpool. He did not meet Liverpool. He did not meet Liverpool. He met City and only City. It's City v Bayern. Florian. All right now, Florian. Well, I think we've agreed a deal with Leverkusen. We've agreed a deal with Leverkusen. So, in terms of the purchase aspects, I think that's all pretty much agreed. It's now just a case of, can we agree it with Wirtz, and does Wirtz give us the green light? Bro, what the fuck you want me to do, man? Dimitri is a top don.
What a day. What a day. What a day. Video proof as well of man like Wolfie saying it.
Can you make him a little shorter, man?
It is shorter this time. It wasn't 4 minutes and 44 seconds. It's 2 minutes and 40 seconds. That's not even that deep. Stop bitching. You know, Wolfie, it takes a real man to admit when he's wrong. Now that we have video evidence that they want to play all over again, can you admit that you're wrong now once for all?
What was I wrong about?
About everything you said in the video.
I didn't. What I said in that video that you clipped was that if Man City offered 100 million, you offered 100 million, you both gave him 200 grand, he'd go to Man City.
So you were wrong.
So that scenario happened.
Yeah, because they wanted him.
Man City made the offer, did they?
Stop it. Stop it.
Okay, khalas. So don't try and quote something and then spin it into being something else, man. They didn't offer. End of the day,
you will never
Man
admit
City
when you're wrong, ever.
Okay. Well,
You'll never admit when
you
you're
want to
wrong.
do this.
So shall we go through every single clip you said last week?
You can if you want.
I will literally go play it right now. I will play you saying he's not going to come to Liverpool. Oh, Hussam, you're celebrating being second in the race. Okay, we beat Bayern.
Do you have clips for this? For
We beat Bayern, Wolfie. Now what?
Okay, congratulations, you beat Bayern, who are in the Farmers League, bro.
What is so difficult?
I never mentioned Bayern in this equation, man.
Okay, Bayern here. I mentioned them in the equation. Now what?
Okay, you have more pull than Bayern.
So we've beaten Bayern Munich to signing a German player.
Man. More pull than Bayern.
There you go.
Wow.
There you go.
You don't have more pull than City, man. And hold on. Do you think this is like a statement signing?
Of course. Bundesliga player of the year 2 years in a row.
So you think that your board, Edwards and all that have done a fantastic job, yeah?
Wait a minute, Wolfie.
Just now. Just so you know, Sports Bild, best newspaper in Germany. Wirtz decided to join Liverpool on May 13th after rejecting Man City and Bayern Munich. There you go.
Okay, so continue. Do you think your board have done a cracking job to get this deal over the line?
Of course.
Are you FSG in now?
No, I'm not, because they need to do this multiple
No. Okay, exactly. Because one swallow doesn't make a summer, Habibi. Like, seriously.
You're missing the point.
I think if
because we're talking about this specific signing. I'm not having a general existential conversation. I'm talking about Florian Wirtz. Wolfie said about Florian Wirtz that in a shootout he'd choose Manchester City. He was wrong. Wolfie proceeded to tell me after we beat Manchester City.
Show me where the bid was.
1 second. City. You told me, oh, you're happy you're going to finish second behind Bayern. Therefore, you're wrong about two things, not just one. Because he chose us over City and Bayern.
I don't remember saying anything about Bayern, but show me where Man City put the bid in. Patrick, did you bid for him?
No, I don't think we did. We didn't.
You didn't bid for him. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you don't bid for a player that tells you no.
Oh, but when this is the whole Zubamendi thing, it's like, oh no, we didn't bid for it, Arsenal. That was like 8 months ago, so it doesn't count.
No, Zubamendi said no to Liverpool. He said,
yeah, are you talking to me or are you talking to other Liverpool fans? I don't give a shit what anyone else says. Zubamendi rejected us. Now what?
Okay, so you did get rejected then.
Okay, so Wirtz
case in point. Okay, some point. Arsenal have more pull than you.
Man City, then?
City have more pull than you. United have more pull than you.
Did Wirtz reject Man City?
Did Man City bid on Wirtz?
Yes, because he told them no. because he told them no,
Patrick,
they did not
Did you bid on Wirtz?
No, he
If
didn't
I
make the
did not
He didn't
bid
make
because
This is
the player
thing,
told
man.
me
This is
no,
the thing.
that is the rejection.
You know what you sound like, bro? You sound like a person who's gone to like the local track, right? And had a race. And you've gone around, you've done the 1500, man. You crossed the finish line. You're celebrating because you won the race. You look around. You were the only one racing, bro. That's the thing here, man.
No, but I was not the only one racing because we know for a
Bayern
fact
doesn't
Bayern
count.
won.
Bayern doesn't count.
Oh, yeah, the biggest club in Germany doesn't count. You wanna
No.
know what?
Did he reject?
You
wait,
sound
did he
like a
reject
man
Bayern?
who cannot tell when he was wrong. That's a
Did he-
bigger
did he
problem than
reject
me in a
Bayern?
race by myself. If I'm telling you the biggest newspaper in Germany is saying that he said no to Manchester City and Bayern to join Liverpool Football Club, by definition he rejected them. And using your own logic, if Mr. Florian Wirtz said no, Manchester City, I do not want to join, why should they bid for him? Go on. So City call Wirtz. Wirtz says, I
Okay.
don't want to join Man City. Why should they bid?
Okay, show me that conversation.
I just showed you. I literally
You're
just
telling
told
me
you.
opinions because you know why it doesn't
I'm not
count.
telling you
Because
opinions. I'm
no,
giving you the
are.
most.
I'll tell you
giving
why.
you-
I'll tell you.
I'm giving you
2
the most
months.
realistic. I'm giving you the most reliable Germany in
Really?
Germany
Okay.
newspaper.
So the narrative 3 weeks ago was which was the club that Wirtz wanted to join above all other clubs in the world? Which one was it?
The narrative was Bayern Munich.
Okay, khalas. So what happened?
What happened? Liverpool convinced him. He said no to Bayern. He joined us.
According to the reports, the club he wanted to play for as a boyhood child probably supports him for all I know. Really wants to go to Bayern. All those reports are just now ignored, yeah? As if they so either those reports are fake or this one's fake, bro. You're just relying on whatever report you want to suit your narrative.
You're doing a straw man argument. Both
I'm not
reports
doing a
are
straw, man.
Yes, you are, because both reports are not linked to each other. Once
both-
again, I'll
both
give you an
reports
example.
true.
Here's the thing. Caicedo, we did what you're saying. We didn't ask the player first. We bid with Brighton, then we spoke with the player. You get it?
Mhm.
We did the reverse thing. That's what you wanted City to do. So you say Liverpool got rejected. The truth of the matter is the reason why Manchester City did not bid is because Wirtz said, I do not want to join Manchester City.
Technically, that would be an illegal approach, but carry on.
No, you say it's an illegal approach, but everyone does it, and we know this. So even if it's illegal or not, you speak to the agent of the player first.
So Liverpool have taken.
Listen,
Wirtz
Wolfie,
by doing
let me
illegal
tell you
stuff.
something. Let me tell you something. As an experienced content creator, been doing this for 4 years,
Mhm.
bro. You just have to put the wrong and the strong in the bag. It's just you just have to admit when you're wrong and keep it stepping. Honestly, like it's okay. By the way, just so you know,
I will big.
I
it
have
up.
gotten stuff
Hold
wrong.
on, hold on.
Patrick has gotten stuff wrong. Every single content creator on YouTube has gotten stuff wrong. You
Bro,
just can't
60% of the time I'm right every single time, bro. So I don't know what you're talking about.
say that again.
60% of the time I'm right every single time.
60% of the time. So 40% of the time you're wrong. This is one of the 40%.
Nah, 60% of the time I'm right every single time, bro.
Here, by the way, I just uploaded it so you can see with your very own eyes right here. Sports Bild, German newspaper. Wirtz decided to join Liverpool on May 13th after rejecting Manchester City and Bayern Munich. Khalas, now I have proof that he rejected Manchester City. He rejected Bayern Munich. He said yes
That's
to
your
Liverpool.
proof. Okay, cool.
Objectively, you are wrong. Yeah, Bild. Bild is like the newspaper in Germany. Why are you waffling?
So newspapers get it right every single time, yeah?
I'm not talking about newspapers like the Daily Mail. I
So
said
you're talking about the newspapers that suit your narrative, bro. That's the thing.
No, I used the strongest
Yes,
newspaper in
because,
Germany.
okay,
Wolfie-
so what
Wolfie
the
is the most
newspapers 2
shameless
weeks ago
YouTuber I've ever
lying
seen.
when they
Wolfie,
said that he wanted to join
Patrick,
Bayern.
let me ask Patrick. Patrick, what do you think of this whole Wirtz thing? On a reel.
Look, at the end of the day, there's rumors coming that you guys started talking to him in January because I didn't believe that Liverpool showed up from nowhere. I told people that that's just so weird. I was like, how can you just show up and then the guy says yes to you? So you guys were speaking to him since January. So look, this is what we call it in Africa, finessed. Everybody got finessed because at the end, maybe the other clubs genuinely thought that, okay, nobody has been speaking to him and you guys were speaking and you put the trigger. So look, well done. At the end of the day, I see where Wolfie is coming from. But well done to you guys. And this, to me, I can't lie, is one of the biggest Liverpool signings I've seen in a long time. Since you signed Balotelli. This is I'm joking.
Yo, Patrick, you seen how reliable his boys' sports build are?
Well,
Has
how
Haaland gone to
reliable is it?
Madrid? Has Haaland gone to Madrid?
No, they failed with that. They said they
Oh,
also
okay.
said Haaland was going as
Yeah,
Haaland
but
was going
it's
to buy
suited his narrative, man. So, like, what's that saying? Is Haaland a Madrid son?
Look at this guy in the comments. Says Patrick would twerk for rivals as always. What do you want me to do as a City fan? We have to cry. We got the L. We took the L. I don't get why people are so stubborn.
Patrick is taking the L and Wolfie is not. That's the weird.
No. My stance is I don't give a shit, bro.
Yeah, Wolfie doesn't.
No,
Wolfie's the outsider.
Your stance is you have to come here, and when you get stuff wrong, just say I got it wrong. He picked Liverpool, and then we wouldn't have a 15-minute debate. That's it. But you just want to be wrong and strong.
Okay, he picks Liverpool over Bayern. I'll accept
and you
that.
were wrong last week.
No. But I didn't see him pick it over Man City.
He literally rejected Manchester City, and that's the reason why they didn't.
Okay, show me the bit.
That's what LB said last week as well. Once again, you're missing the point.
Oh, that's it. If LB said it, man, he's up there with this sport blind or whatever they're called, man. Khalas, that's the source. LB's your source now, yeah?
So if a player says no, I don't want to join your football club, why should you bid?
Okay, when I hear it from Wirtz's mouth saying I chose Liverpool over Man City, then I'll say to you, fair play.
Yeah, but no player will come out and say that.
Then we move on.
We can only go based off of the news.
More stories will come out though, isn't it? As soon as he's announced, more stories always come out and say there's a reason why this happened, and we'll see more stories. We would definitely even. Do you remember Haaland when Haaland rejected? When Haaland did not go to Bayern? No, the story for Bayern said Bayern came in too late, but at the end of the day, he said he wanted to go to City, and he was going to decide after if he goes to Bayern or Madrid. Madrid thought they were getting him. For a minute, I thought Madrid were going to get him, but the whole City thing with his father, City did the same thing as the Wirtz. They started talking to him a long time ago about ever coming to City to replace Aguero. So you never know. It's just the Wirtz one. It's just surprising to me. That's why I believe the January story, because I'm like, from nowhere, Liverpool came and just like that. I respect Liverpool, but Liverpool is never known for that. It's always Chelsea who do that. Yeah, maybe that's where you're coming from, because it's Chelsea who do that. Chelsea are famous for that. Man United are famous for coming last minute and stealing your signing. So for Liverpool to do that, I was surprised. That's why I believe the January stories. Like
Ashraf,
unlike one signing doesn't change anything.
Let me ask Ashraf. Ashraf, will you admit you were wrong on the Wirtz thing now?
What Wirtz? Habib Hussam, I think you're conflating things. I've said, and I still say to this day, first of all, big up everyone. I'm so sorry I'm late. My bad. I said, maybe I was wrong in the thing that, I don't think he will join Liverpool. I don't think I've explicitly said that though. What I've said, and I still stick to it. You choose
City over Liverpool and Bayern over Liverpool. You did say.
No, I said he should choose City or Bayern over Liverpool.
No, you said he would, not should.
Oh, then if I did say that, I don't remember. But if I did say that
right now.
No, if I did say that, I believe you. If I did say that, then I was definitely wrong there.
He believes you. He believes you.
No, if I did say that, then definitely I was wrong there. But I still to this day say I think he would be better off joining City. Maybe not Bayern because it's still Germany, for God's sake. He still would have been better off joining City than Liverpool. But yeah, the fact that you guys are getting him, I think he's the best attacking midfielder in the world. Genuinely. And I've said he's probably the only player out there that I would swap for prime Odegaard. Like, you see the Odegaard we got the last 2 seasons? Not this season, obviously. I would swap Wirtz for him like in a heartbeat because
isn't it random though? Isn't it random? Isn't it random this whole Liverpool thing? Like you don't know what people are not wrong. Like, do you know what the thing is? Liverpool fans, some Liverpool fans are getting offended because they think we're trying to say they are small or something that they have no pull. But the thing is, this is not a Liverpool thing. Like,
no, they have pull, obviously.
Yeah, but you get my point. It's like Wirtz is like these mega signings are never a Liverpool thing. So I am surprised. But to be honest with you, I also understand where Liverpool come from. They gave us a warning with Caicedo that we can be able to spend 100, and they didn't spend 100 for Caicedo. So maybe it was a warning, and then they were looking towards the fact that, you know what, let's get Wirtz. Let's get something big. Let's make a big statement and stop letting City dominate. Let's do the back-to-back. So big up to them, but I don't blame any panelist whoever said, I see him going to City. I don't see him going to Liverpool because I 100% thought.
But I'm not blaming them, my brother.
Especially with KDB leaving.
All I'm simply saying is, as a man of integrity and honor, when you say something and the opposite happens, it's okay to say I was wrong.
If I said it, I'm definitely wrong. Then if I said
he chose Liverpool. See, Ashraf, real man right here. Wolfie sat there going like, show me.
But you want me to say I was wrong about something that didn't happen?
He rejected. What kind of logic is this? It's just
Wolfie, you definitely were wrong, Wolfie, because you and LB, I remember saying this because I didn't read the articles, but I remember you guys saying, if he picks Liverpool over City, then Hussam is correct. He did choose Liverpool over City.
Thank you.
But do you admit now that that's correct? He
Okay,
chose Liverpool over City.
okay, Ashraf. The point I've made is City didn't bid on him.
Why would they bid if the player says no? You keep missing the point. Fucking hell.
So no one bids.
Yeah.
No one has ever bid in football.
If a player
and
says
been
no, you
rejected
should not
is what
bid,
you're
Habibi,
saying, right?
because there is no point.
Okay.
Yeah, Wolfie, the reports were pretty clear that he said it's Liverpool and nothing else. By
Yeah, he said
Fabrizio
it.
and the other
Fabrizio
journalists.
said it, by the way.
We'll see. Anyway, you can't just build your team on one player. So let's go and see the rest of your pool because Frimpong.
They have just
Gyokeres and Frimpong is
Come
good
on,
signings.
that's not bad, Wolfie.
Nah.
It's looking like a good team.
Yeah, Wolfie,
Oh,
you're doing a
it's
bit
left
too
in
much.
the
There.
No. I'm saying they need more. I'm saying they need more.
Okay,
I
what do
still
they need?
think
Why
I
did they
still
get a
think
striker?
Bradley is better than Frimpong defensively.
Yeah,
I
Bradley is good.
genuinely think they get Frimpong and Gyokeres. Even if they get 0 strikers, they're favorites to win the league next season.
Gyokeres, good
Because-
signing.
Because
Wirtz is a good signing. Don't get me wrong,
Wirtz
but
he's not a good signing. He is
He's
a game
that's a great
changer.
signing.
He's not a he's the kind of guy who could retire as one of the best midfielders we've ever seen in the league. And he's 21, right? So it's not like he's 26 or 27 and he only has 6-7 years to go. I think Wirtz is a game changer for Liverpool. Genuinely.
the
So if
only
City
thing
don't
I'm
buck up-
finding funny though is there's a little bit of Arsenal creeping into Liverpool fan base here. This validation. It's quite funny. They all
No,
want
it has nothing to do
validation
with
about Wirtz,
validation.
man.
I just work with you, and I expect you.
I'm
a
not
week
talking
after
about
saying something-
you. I'm
Okay,
talking
let's say right
about
now.
the
Let's say
fan
right
base.
now. Wait. Let's say right now, when we get like the Forest section, I say 100% Morgan Gibbs White is going to choose City over Forest. Next week, he signs an extension and says, fuck City, I don't want to join. I'm wrong. So I'll come
Yeah.
here next week and go like I was wrong about Morgan Gibbs White. That's the difference between me and you. You
No,
said
no,
that
that's
you
a
would
bad
choose
example.
City over Liverpool, which we just played. You said that you shouldn't be happy with being second because he's going to choose Bayern over Liverpool. So you were wrong on both accounts because he chose us over both, as reported by Bild, as reported by Fabrizio, as reported by Plattenberg. If you want other articles, I can get you other articles. It's not just a one-man thing here.
I just want to hear it from him, bro. That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
but here's the thing. The reason why you're a gaslighter is no player will come out publicly and say, by the way, I chose Liverpool over Manchester City. Because
then we'll
since when
never
did they-
know, man. Then we'll never know.
Can
Yeah,
I
since
ask
when do
something,
players
Hussam?
say that?
Can I ask something, Hussam,
Wolfie,
though?
we
So-
can make educated guesses
So
from this
Hussam,
point.
looking
Come
at
on.
how big you
Yes.
spent, or how big you spent on Wirtz, right? Then how big are you gonna spend on strikers and the other positions if you've spent this big on Wirtz?
Here you go. Watch this now. Yeah, just to debunk Wolfie again. Because he doesn't like build, so we could show him Fabrizio Romano. This Fabrizio tweet.
Oh,
right
you want
here.
him to see Fabrizio?
Yeah, this Fabrizio tweet right here.
Yeah,
Florian
he
Wirtz
sent
has
an
informed
aggregate.
Bayer level. 1 second, can we read it to the audience, please? Some people are driving and listening to this. Some people are doing their chores.
Okay,
Let's read it. Florian Wirtz has informed Bayer Leverkusen of his desire to join Liverpool. The contract agreement is done, sealed, as Wirtz only wants Liverpool move. So what does this mean then?
Yeah,
Yalla.
that's what I read
You're
as
an
well.
intelligent man. Are you going to deny this too?
If he
It's like
only
the-
wants Liverpool, that may be because he has no other choices but Liverpool.
Oh.
No, stop it, Wolfie. You're gaslighting now. Stop.
I'm just saying that could be it.
You're doing that crap on purpose. man.
That could be it.
That is
Gaslight.
ridiculous.
But
And the
That's
fact that
way,
I was
go back
reading
to
tweets
it. I
today.
don't care. This is the funny thing.
You're
I don't
the biggest
care. And
gaslighter
pretend you
known to
want me to
mankind.
care.
You know,
you want me
yesterday
to
they were
care.
like, surely Wolfie is better than Hamza. I'm like, no, he's actually worse. And today proves it. I really thought he was just going to come in and go like, you know what? I was wrong about it. He chose Liverpool, fair enough. But you can't even just be objective for like 2 minutes. Can't even be
No,
objective.
because what you're doing is you're missing my overarching point, which is that Man City still have more pull than you.
That's not the conversation.
That I said that's my overarching
No,
point.
but that's literally not the conversation.
yeah, but is
Because
that
the
my
question-
overarching point?
Because the question now is not who has more pull. The question is who did Wirtz choose? Because that was our conversation last week.
No.
So no
because
one
I
here is
called
having
you
an
liver no
existential
pull.
debate.
I called you liver no pull, which by the way seems to have cottoned on with plenty of people. So I would like some royalties on that. And you are still liver no
You're
pull
not
as
the
far
one
as
that
I'm
made
concerned.
that term. They made the Chelsea fans made it last year.
I didn't hear him saying that.
Yeah,
And by the way,
heard it.
I read tweets today of people saying, I think City fans were saying, because they're linked with Shirky now. Oh, Shirky's anyways a better player than Wirtz, bro. That's BS. Guys, I like Shirky as well.
He's a
He
better
is
deal.
Not Florian Wirtz. I don't care about the deal. For me, the conversation is who is the better player. Wirtz is a level above everyone else. I think Wirtz is
Talk
already
to me about the
world-class.
signing,
That
because
is-
you watch Bundesliga. Talk to the people.
Bro, I think he's already world class. I know we had this discussion maybe on this channel or some other channel where they were saying, oh, he's too young to be. No, he is world class. If you're considering Musiala world class, I think he's that level or higher. He's actually outperformed Musiala from a GA perspective. And I'm not even trying to use GA only because I know people will be like, oh, GA is not the only thing you have to use eye test. This guy checks the eye test. He's a fantastic dribbler, can play on the right, can play on the left, can play attacking midfielder, can play behind the striker. He's a very good playmaker, incredible link-up play, can shoot, can give through balls. But the most important thing for an attacking midfielder is GA. And the fact is, this guy has fantastic GA. If you look at his numbers in the Bundesliga, I think he averaged 10 plus goals and assists this season. He's also got 10 plus goals and assists last season. I mean, like 10 goals, 10 assists plus, like, so 20 plus GA, which is fantastic for a player of that kind of quality. He's still only like 21 or 22. So he has a long career to go. And this is why, for me, it was a no-brainer that he goes to City, because I genuinely think he was a player who could have not only taken over De Bruyne's boots, I think he could have retired as a better player than De Bruyne. He is that talented. His ceiling is tremendous. So the fact that Liverpool got him...
Does he transition okay?
Say that
What do you
again,
mean?
sorry.
Does he
He's
transition
fantastic in counterattacks. He's incredible in counterattacks.
No. Does he transition okay from Bundesliga to Premier League? Is what I mean.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point. But in my opinion, a player of that kind of quality, because we're not talking about a Timo Werner coming to England. We're talking about the best of the best coming to England. I genuinely think he has no issues at all adapting here, because his style of play as well with Leverkusen depends on like possession-based football, which he's going to have at Liverpool. It also has a lot of transition and counter-attack, which he's going to have at Liverpool. He's good at playing link-up play and playing in tight spaces, which he's going to have at Liverpool. So I don't think his style of play requires him to play in spaces. I had a question mark on Marmoush, because Marmoush's style at Frankfurt relied on spaces. It relied on counter-attacks, and it relied on him having so much space to try and hit with the counter.
You know, he's still like the 5th or 6th top goal scorer in the Bundesliga. He finished.
Yeah. Because he had amazing numbers before he came. And his shots, okay, fine. His shots can always be transferable to other leagues. But the fact that he needed spaces was always a question mark for me. And we still have to see. This guy doesn't have that issue. This guy, like Musiala, can play in tight spaces. He can play the link-up play. I love players who are young and can play quick 1-2. The most annoying thing for me with a young player is when they get the ball and they hold on to it for too long, which is something that happens with a lot of young players. And I know it goes out with age as they get experience. This guy at a young age will get the ball under pressure and will play the quick 1-2 passes. So yeah,
do you know what's funny? A lot of people. I remember when I was doing videos on him for City. A lot of people kept on saying, "Oh, but since he's a luxury player, he's gonna be lazy." I was like, no, he actually has the highest recoveries. He actually has the highest recoveries.
He runs like mad.
Yeah, and he presses so well. So he will be helping that Liverpool team with pressing, recovering the ball up wide. And you know what? I'm salty because even if somebody packs the bus, Wirtz will find a way to dribble into that box and find space. That's another reason why, look, if Cherky comes to City, I'm still hyped because he's also good in tight spaces. But you're right, a level above was Wirtz, and maybe Cherky is just the next toy for you to find after Wirtz. But it's
also better for me. Better for me that he's gone to Liverpool. So big up to you, man. You're getting Gibbs White now, aren't you? You're getting Gibbs White.
Nah, but Gibbs White, I hear he wants to stay. That's what I'm hearing. So hope he stays.
Yeah, that's what I got told the other week. But it'd be good if you take him.
I'm not trying to take a dig at you, Wolfie. I think he's overrated, honestly.
Put the price.
I think people overrate him.
Okay, where am I rating him, man? Where am I rating him?
I think Gibbs White is a better version of Curtis Jones.
Yeah, probably.
Look, Gibbs
White's a better 8. I don't even think he's a 10.
Okay, let me be honest. If you buy Gibbs White for 50 million and bring him to your team as a utility man to do the running, the dirty work, and maybe once in a while, he will see a pass, that's fine. But to buy Gibbs White for a marquee
as a starting
signing, no, that's right.
Nah, big
yeah, but he does think he can be. That's the problem. And also, people that don't watch Forest week in, week out think he can be as well. That's the bigger problem. That's the bigger problem. Whenever I do like opposition previews and stuff, and I'll say to the other person, like, who you worried about from the Forest team? First name they say? Oh, Gibbs White. Gibbs White.
When you did it with me, I said Elanga, I think, right? I did say
You,
Elanga.
you said you was worried about my whole team
No, I said I was worried about Elanga on the counter attacks.
on the
that's what I-
pace. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
what
you
I
got a
was-
little bit. Maybe you hadn't heard
And-
of Gibbs.
and
like
that's-
this, you know?
And that's the bigger issue. People don't realize. And I
watched
had the
him and I really
same.
he just reminds me of Curtis Jones. I'll be honest with you. He's this is what I look at Gibbs White and think: good at keeping the ball, good at keeping it ticking left, right,
Press
like pass
resistant,
left,
press
pass right.
resistant.
He's not as creative as people think. He's not as creative.
He's not.
I think he just has a good shot on him as well. That's it.
No, that's his
No.
weakest attribute.
No, I said good shot. I did not say amazing. I just said good shot on him. That's
It's not even
Oh.
good, bro. It's not.
Wait, do you mean that even
Fair,
if he misses,
fair.
he just rated as a good shot?
Fair,
Even if he
fair.
misses?
Bro, I see
Listen,
him,
we'll
I
speak
would
about that when we
say
get
it.
to the forest and the city sections. Let me just
Uh,
grab a couple of these super chats before we move on. Just quickly, you can ask you all: does the Florian Wirtz signing now make Liverpool favorites for next season?
Yes, for me, yes. 100%.
I say yes.
Unless City come with something mental. If City get Rodrigo and get, I don't know, let's say Shirky, I don't know who they're linked with, and they get Reinders and they get like 1 or 2 defenders, then maybe I'll change my stance. But
Okay, so what
As
if we
things
get?
stand,
Okay, what if we get? Let's say we get a Nouri from Wolves, and then we get Reinders, then we get Cherky. Would you still say okay?
no,
you-
that's
No,
not
then
enough.
I
You
think
need you
Liverpool-
need you need a
not great
Rodrigo as
defender,
well.
bro. Like if you're
You need
using
a
him in the
Rodrigo.
attacking sense, fine. But Ait Nouri as a defensive outlet isn't as good as people rate him to be. He's better.
Yeah,
going
but you know
forward.
what Pep is trying
And
to
that's
do?
what City's
Invert
looking
and
for.
all
He'll
that.
invert him
We're
up
looking
and
for
all that.
that.
man.
Yeah, invert him and shit. So
Okay, what if?
I think
another one,
even me, people say I have no chest. I would say Liverpool are favorites. If
Wait,
we
can
start-
I
if-
throw? Can I throw one more thing though? What if this guy, Foden, recovers from his knee issue and then he's better mentally next season and he gets back with Rodri back with Reinders in midfield with Nico Gonzalez in midfield? Because I
Gibbs
think
White.
You
do you know what
still
somebody
need-
do you know what somebody said to me? They were talking about Foden and they were saying bad things about him. They're like, oh, this I know Wirtz is better than Foden, but Foden at his best did out GA Wirtz last season, by the way. Both were playing number 10.
Yeah, but the problem, Patrick, is outside Haaland, none of your other attackers are good goal-scoring attackers.
Oh, makes sense. Okay,
You
that
need
makes-
you need another. That's why I said Rodrigo would be perfect. I hope you guys don't get him. I'd rather we get him, but that's why Rodrigo would be perfect for you guys because you'll have someone else who can score. Of course, not as much as Haaland because he's a winger, but he can get you like those 20 GA in a season, maybe like 15 goals, 5 assists. You need someone else like that. As good as Doku is in terms of dribbling and creating spaces, he's not the most clinical or the best scorer. And I thought Savio was going to be that guy for you guys, but he hasn't been
he's
so far.
he's playing him the wrong side. When Doku plays right and Savio plays left, they actually score and do better. But Pep keeps swapping them. And you know what's funny? He said in the press, oh, they both swapped themselves because they like to play those sides. And look at Girona, Savio's playing left and you're scoring goals. The only scores Savio scored for City left, but Pep insists to put him right. And I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's why I think we need 4 backs in this thing because the 4 backs will help in also creativity. Because this City team with these 3 centre backs or 4 centre backs is rubbish. We played Forest and we had 4 centre backs, and Forest just packed the bus and none of the centre backs could create. And Forest just did us with 1 counter. What if you had Nouri, who, let's say, if a team packs the bus, Nouri will be able to.
I'll ask you about that in the city section now in a bit.
Yeah.
I
think
just think with
Arsenal.
think with the Wirtz signing, I do think it does make us favorites. To be honest, with you.
I think
But
if Arsenal
Yes.
get a striker and a winger, I think that could be
with Arteta,
Depends
I don't
who.
think they can be favorites
that
because he
is
hasn't
the
got
issue.
no-
Yeah,
That is still
exactly.
the issue. Yeah.
With Arteta, they can't be favorites.
It's
Oh
always
yeah, and sorry,
Um,
I saw in the
Patrick
comments
just,
they said Marmoush.
Yeah, go
The
on.
only issue for me with Marmoush is I want to see like what he does next season. But yeah, if Marmoush can hit that level of Frankfurt, then of course, yeah. There you go. You have someone else.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Let me just do a couple of these super chats before we move on to other topics. Big up everyone locked in. Patrick, just check your WhatsApp quickly. Also, guys, we have 1,500 people in here, and we're not even at 500 likes yet. Have some shame and some decorum. Like the video right now. Come on, guys. Close your live chat and like the video. How do we have 1,500 people here? We ain't even at 500 likes yet. Every single one of you guys right now, please like and subscribe. Big up to my guy Fonzie, who says, since 6 and 7, you could call this pod title talk, as you 3 will be fighting for the Prem and Forest will be fighting for championship promotion, is what Fonzie is saying. Fair.
That literally doesn't even make sense. Fighting championship
It makes complete
promotion.
sense. But just like the Wirtz saga, it went right over your head. Big up to Baked, who says, why does LB remind me of a thumb? He is quite like a ginger thumb, to be honest with you. Big
No,
up,
he's
LB.
Jesse from Breaking Bad. Bro.
Yeah,
I need to know
he
who
looks
the hell
like
this
him.
Jesse is. Breaking
Right.
news, Florian Wirtz.
Please
is-
Google him. Hassan, please Google him. Jesse Breaking Bad. Just Google him and tell me.
He does look like LB. I'm not gonna.
How's it spelled?
Jesse. Something like that.
Jesse from Breaking Bad.
Well, I can't remember his real name. It's
Oh,
Paul
he doesn't
something.
look like Jesse from Breaking Bad.
Oh, shut up, bro. He looks exactly
He does.
like him.
No,
man.
he does not. He looks like a ginger guy, bro. Anyway, Wirtz has changed his mind and is headed to Nottingham Forest because they have more pull than Liverpool. Here we lie, is what BIG is saying.
He might be
Here
going
we
to
lie.
Hooters.
I love the here we lie. Big up to you, BIG. Hussam making Wolfie and LB look like clowns every week. Big up to you, Redline Teranga. I echo that statement. Big up to Beans on Toast says, big up Wolfie, speaks nothing but the truth. You're such a liar, Beans on Toast. The fact that you agree with Wolfie tells me all I need to know. Hussam brother show Wolfie that fraud, that snap. I did. And then he comes back and says, Wolfie just put the wrong and strong in the bag. Yeah, I do agree. I like.
I love how tricky that I got this guy. That he's just cha-ching, Wolfie money, cha-ching. Keep going.
Redline and Teranga always supports me. He's going to be sending me super chats during Chelsea Betis watch along.
I think I'm probably still talking about me. Oh, here's another one.
No, that's a different guy. Next game.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Wolfie,
Another
these
one.
semantics are boring. Just admit you were wrong. For fuck's sake, who cares? Wirtz clearly preferred the Liverpool project over others. Simple.
He did.
My opinion annoyed you enough that you just paid $5. What an idiot.
What do you mean, what an idiot? Thank you for the super chat. Next games, bro. What's wrong with you, Wolfie?
Oh, sorry.
اهدى حبيبي اهدى. What an idiot, my ass. Relax, brother. He's wrong. Wirtz never chose anyone before LFC. LFC was number one. Facts. Thank you so much. Can't wait for Wolfie to get relegated again. Good riddance. Is what
It'll
we
save
are-
you $2.
Yeah, thank you for the $2.
Mm.
Hussam, please stop arguing with this rage bait merchant. He's a rage bait merchant, but every rage bait merchant comes across Hussam and they get destroyed. Edwards is back. Van Dijk, Wirtz, Allison is what Andrew is saying. Yep, we are cooking. Big up to Caster, who says, when you told us, Hussam, when you told us to be a gaslighter with your significant other, do you mean Wolfie gaslight level? Because, oh my God. Listen, Wolfie gaslight level will be next level.
I just made you about £100, man. You're welcome.
You did not make me 100 quid. I literally have the number in front of me.
Come.
I'm not going to tell you, but it's
Okay.
100 quid. Hopefully, we will get to 100 quid by the end of the stream. Thank you, my brother Caster. Saying we need more when the window hasn't opened is what Baked is saying. I do think like Liverpool have moved the most out of everyone so far. This is annoying. Bayern did not bid as well, but you admit he rejected them. If you cannot admit wrongs, at least try to don't try to play on our intelligence. Is what Simi
Your
is saying.
intelligence is €6, bro. Keep it coming.
Yeah, but your response can't just be naming the money that they're sending, because he actually brings up a good point. Even the Bayern thing,
What
they
did he
didn't
say? I didn't
admit
even
him.
read it.
Yeah, but he didn't admit.
Bayern did not bid as well, but he rejected them. I didn't say that. I said the reports that Hussein was quoting 2-3 weeks ago saying that he wanted Bayern as a kid and he loved Bayern, blah, blah, blah. I said, were they true or not? That's all I said. You can put another €6 to rebuttal that as well.
Big up, Simi. Big up to Fonzie says, with no due respect, Wolfie, this shtick is dead. You get me? Wolfie is as shameless with the narrative. No, I'm not going to go that far, Ahmed. Relax.
Ahmed, you're disgusting, is what you are.
Ahmed, relax.
Stop, guys.
This man-child Wolfie is more immature than Mo. Shamelessness and intellectual dishonesty is what Saleh is saying.
Can I get a little commission today, please?
No, because I don't have PayPal.
Oh, then you're more shameless.
I don't pay anyone.
I'm more
please-
shameless.
Please not Ash Teta, the Teta FC lover. He don't care. My brother, welcome
Okay,
to
net
25. He's literally
cocaine. Yeah, net cocaine. Clearly, you don't know my stance. Just because I'm not like you, Arteta's shit, Arteta's garbage. I can give unbiased, logical arguments, unlike you. So yeah, go back to your weed or cocaine or whatever the hell you're doing.
Big up. Big up to Ward. It says, big up, Hussam. Hope you're doing well. Akhi, big up to you, Ward. You get me?
What a lovely super chat, that one.
Thank you. I appreciate it. There is a more lovely super chat now. Next.
Where does
Hold that knife. Big up Don Hussam. Wasted my time traveling to Kuala Lumpur to watch my team lose to ASEAN. My goodness.
You know,
I am
seriously,
so
can I
sorry,
ask,
Naif.
ASEAN? Who is ASEAN? Were they playing Asia All Stars? What does that stand for?
is Southeast
combination?
Asia.
Yeah.
ASEAN is like Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, Vietnam, like those countries.
What does it stand
Southeast.
for? Like, I don't know. What does it stand for? Does it stand for something?
Southeast, yeah, Southeast Asia. That's what it
Oh,
stands for.
okay.
So it's like
Man,
Malaysia,
that's
Indonesia,
embarrassing.
Singapore,
Yo, did you see
Vietnam.
Hoyland, man? Did you see Hoyland?
Yeah, they lost. I cannot believe it. I'll be honest with you, Naif Habibi, you losing to those clubs, bro, to this like ASEAN All-Star thing is fucking mad. And you know what's the funniest part? The Man United bus was driving through Kuala Lumpur and no one gave a flying fuck. That's the scary part. Big up to Netweed again, says Ash Teta will simply nod his head to anything second Teta does. Sesko nod, Trashford nod. Let's be realistic and not be entitled as Arsenal fans.
Wait.
Again, it's a stupid about me. It's a stupid comment.
Yeah,
Exactly. This guy's on cocaine. He clearly doesn't know my opinion. He's just angry because I gave Arteta credit maybe like a month or 2 months ago on certain things. I can't remember what it was. But he wants me to say Arteta has always been a garbage manager. He's done nothing good for us. From the time he took over, it's been nothing but bad. And, you know, we should have never signed him in the first place. Shut up, bro.
I'll be honest with you, Netweed, I think you just haven't been watching this show specifically. Ashraf, as soon as the season ended, and Saad, when they didn't win the league or the UCL or anything, he was like, Arteta out, done. So they kept their word, to be honest with you. Big up to everyone locked in. 1,500 people still are in the building. Let us get the likes up. Let's get to 400 likes ASAP. Next topic on the block. The title challengers, Arsenal. So much information with Arsenal even coming out recently. Big up everyone locked in. Go subscribe to Ashraf Talks Football, Forest Fan TV, True City Fan, and even that bum LB. His channel is in the description, so go give him a subscribe as well. We are going to be talking about Leroy Sane, links to Arsenal. We're going to be talking about Benjamin Sesko. We're going to talk about Gyokeres. Just a general Arsenal conversation as well. Everyone, please slap up that like button for me and subscribe to the channel. Ashraf, your club link to Leroy Sane. More Gyokeres information, more Liao information, so many attacking players. What do you make of this whole transfer situation for you?
I don't know, man. I think a lot of them are just smoke screens who we actually are targeting. I fail to understand why we would be after Leroy Sane in 2025. Is he coming in to be backup for Saka? I don't think he'd want to leave Bayern's bench to be on Arsenal's bench. I definitely wouldn't want to sign someone like him as a starter. Probably not even as backup, to be honest. I think we can get better, younger players as backup, because if we're getting a backup for Saka, I don't mind that player being young. That's fine. Although I think with Waneri, I think that is the backup for Saka. If anything, we should be getting someone to compete with Odegaard. Liao is someone I definitely like. I've watched him. I like how he plays. I think he's a fantastic dribbler. We need someone who can unlock defenses with magic, and Liao is one of those players. People will talk about, oh, he's lazy, he doesn't track back. I don't give a shit, man. I'm past this phase where we start judging attackers by how they do defensively first. That's the most ridiculous thing. Some of the best dribblers or the best wingers in world football have never been known for their defensive work. Maybe you can do an exception for Robin and Ribery, and that was just like an anomaly. All the other great wingers of our generation of the last 20 years, whether it's Ronaldinho, Neymar, or I don't know if you want to count Messi and Cristiano in that ilk, and Hazard, and even Salah, they're not known for like, oh, these guys are incredible defensive wingers. So if he's lazy and doesn't track back, who cares? Maybe it'll score us more goals, but he's not my number one option either, to be honest. My number one option is Rodrigo. He wants to leave Madrid. He wants to play on the left. We need a left winger. I think he's creative. He's quick. He's a good dribbler. He can score. That's the kind of player we need to go after. Striker, bruh, this Sesko thing is scary, honestly.
Yes.
We had a massive argument in Kura Pod where Souls and Saad were trying to say, look, obviously Gyokeres is better than Sesko, but Sesko isn't bad. No, he is bad. For what we're trying to do, he is bad. Because are we trying to challenge for the league, or are we trying to settle in top four?
I think Sesko's Darwin Núñez light. I'm not even exaggerating.
Wait, Ashraf, what's the latest? Sorry, I thought you'd put in a bid for Gyokeres. What's the latest? I haven't caught up.
Bro, that's what I heard, but some other journalists are saying we're seriously considering Sesko. And initially, some reports came out 2 weeks ago. I don't know what's true and what's not, to be honest. Some reports came out 2 weeks ago saying that Arteta prefers Sesko over Gyokeres, whereas Berta prefers Gyokeres over Sesko. So I don't know what to believe, to be honest. But some of the big journalists have spoken about Gyokeres and said we are looking at him. So if that's the case, I hope we end up pursuing that. Sesko, for me, is someone that basically signifies we're going backwards. Is he better than Havertz and Jesus? Yeah, but so what? The bar is very, very low. We shouldn't be just upgrading on Havertz and Jesus. We should be upgrading to a point where we get the best of the best out there. And Gyokeres, from all the strikers available in the market, is one of the best out there. My number one option is Isak, but I know we're not going to get Isak, especially with Newcastle having Champions League football. This thing of us getting Sesko is stupid. Because for me right now, Arsenal are either here or here. Here is challenging for the league and going to win it. Here is securing top 4. Guess what? To secure top 4, we don't need Sesko. What we have is enough to secure top 4. I think if we make 0 signings this summer, we probably still get top 4 easily next season. How does that help us? We're trying to go and compete with Liverpool and City and win the league. You need not only, but even if we get only Gyokeres, I don't think that's enough.
I'll ask you on the Cora pod, but I want you to answer it here in front of the people so the people listen to your answer. If Arsenal do sign Sesko, what's the actual point of getting Berta in then? Because you've been linked to Sesko for the last 3 years.
Literally an ADU replacement, just a negotiator, which is the most idiotic thing out there. If you're getting someone from Atletico Madrid who's known for some of the signings he's made there, why the hell are you letting the manager still decide? In my opinion, the manager should be in charge of one thing and one thing only: coaching. That's it. I understand the manager should get a say in the profile of players we get. I don't mind that. That's fine. If he says, I want a winger who's a good elite dribbler, okay, fine. You've given your input. Now shut up and go coach. And Berta should go pick the player that fits that profile. In my opinion, it should not even be to that level, because I think the team we have right now is good enough to let Berta just do his job and look at the team and say, okay, I think in my opinion, this is missing for Arsenal. Now let the coach go do his coaching job and get the players to perform. He shouldn't be getting a say in what players. He's already lost that credibility when he signed Havertz, and apparently he wants Garcia.
Did you see the latest report from one of the people in the Athletic that even if you do sign a striker, they expect Havertz to be starting still?
Yeah,
the Athletic, by the way, not like random guy.
Look, it depends. If we get Gyokeres, then Havertz obviously doesn't start, unless you guys are saying he starts him in the midfield, which I can honestly see.
He starts a significant up front. It said. I saw that as well.
I don't think he's. I think if we sign Gyokeres, he plays Havertz as an 8, which is what he was doing last season. He definitely doesn't bench.
That's not what the Athletic said, I don't think.
No,
yeah, the Athletic said Havertz is going to play a lot more minutes in the striker than people expect.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. If you get Gyokeres, I don't see that happening, to be honest. But
I think Ashraf,
if you get Sesko, then yes.
But I think this is really important, this signing for you. I think you should get both, by the way, and I think you can get both. So I don't know why you just don't go and get some more depth. But if you get Sesko,
both?
For depth.
But then if we have, because Wolfie, I would get 7 if we can, but I don't want us to miss on a left winger because that's almost as important.
You should have enough money, bro. You should have enough money to get these 2 done and the winger done. You'll sell. Don't forget, you'll sell some players as well in the summer
and keep Havertz as backup third striker. That won't work.
No, not as striker. Have him as backup midfield. Or back up to the under 21s, bro. No, I'm serious. I'm being serious now.
Are you serious?
Bro, Havertz isn't good enough to lead the line. If you get Gyokeres and Sesko in, Gyokeres being your lead 9, Sesko being the backup, you can use him in the cup. This is the thing I'm saying about Arsenal, is your depth is never enough. Every time Arsenal fans get one striker or one midfielder or one whatever, they think, okay, khalas, we filled that position. Yet throughout the season, you then pick up injuries and wonder why you had injuries when you haven't had the depth. So why not go and get both and tell Sesko you're not starting. If you want to get in, prove yourself.
They went for both before, Wolfie. They went for like a Z and Aubameyang once, remember?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, the thing is, Netweed is bringing this up.
That's the last time they had an attack.
Netweed is bringing this up. He's saying £58 million offer for Gyokeres is a bloody embarrassment. Why is it an embarrassment?
That's
his price tag, no?
That's the agreement he has, isn't it?
Yeah, that's his price tag, Netweed.
Yeah.
65 million euros.
Apparently, I heard it's also a gentleman's agreement, so it's not actually.
It is a gentleman's agreement.
Yeah, it's a Harry Kane style one, isn't it? But the other thing, Ashraf, is that if you, and that's my opinion on what you should do, but they get both. But if you end up with Sesko over Gyokeres, then this tells me that Arteta has too much power still in the club. And this is a bad sign if that's the case.
No, and you'll still find people defending him later. I'm telling you, Wolfie. You'll still find people saying, well, yeah, we've lost the league, But he should have never got a say in signing. So let's go one more season and Berta to take control.
Yeah.
Shut up. It's the most idiotic thing. This guy wants another keeper in Garcia when we've signed 75,000 keepers. He came into the club. He sold Emiliano Martinez, kept Leno. A year later, sold Leno, said, I want Ramsdale. And 2 years later, sells Ramsdale and says, I want Raya. And now he's like, I want Garcia.
And sold
Enough
Matt
of this
Turner.
crap.
Let's not forget that fraud as well.
Matt Turner was brought in as backup. We needed, that's fine. I don't mind backup.
Yeah, but I'm saying you sold him as well.
Yeah, but look, we shouldn't be like, honestly, he should have no say whatsoever. I don't mind what you're saying, Wolfie. I get what you're saying. If we can get Gyokeres and Sesko, I wouldn't be against that as long as it doesn't impede us from getting a left winger. Because if you give me the option of keep your Trossard and Martinelli and get 2 strikers, or get only 1 striker in Gyokeres and get Rodrigo or a top left winger, I'd go for the second one.
Yeah, but you're
Because
selling
we
players,
suck
aren't
on the
you?
left.
You're going to sell some players, like some fringe
I don't
players,
know,
some
because
academy
this crap
players.
report
Don't go,
came-
man. You can put
But the
together
report-
comfortably 100 million. Comfortably.
Yeah, but Wolfie, the report came out saying that we're trying to renew Trossard and we're also trying to give contract extension to Martinelli. I don't understand what the hell is going on. One
Yeah,
of them
that's bad.
has to leave
That's
this summer. That is
Yeah.
bad. There's no way you're going to get a left winger if you're trying to keep both. What the hell are we trying to do? Because these
It's
guys don't
Partey's
play
staying.
anywhere else.
It's party snare.
I
Yeah,
hope,
Partey
I
will
hope
stay,
he
yeah.
is.
I think Partey will stay.
He
I think
apparently he will.
Mm.
I hope he better stay. We need him to stay. We need him to stay, to be honest. He's our best midfielder this season.
I just think,
So,
I know we say this every summer with Arsenal, but this is a huge summer for Arsenal. I know we say it every summer, man. If you can get it right, even with that fraud in charge, you could win the league.
They would.
But
they
you
could.
have to get it right. You have to get it right. And I think you've got to get it right, not just in your starting 11, but in your depth. Because I can't be bothered to listen to Arsenal fans saying, oh, injuries all season. It's your fault if you have the injuries. Have the squad depth. Tell Sesko.
The funny
you're
thing is
coming
we
in
have
to fight Gyokeres.
in midfield and defense, we have very good depth, especially if Supermendy is coming in. We have good depth in midfield.
But you
We've
need
already
attackers, yeah.
the reason why, by the way, people talk about our injuries in attack. You guys realize we had so many injuries in defense this season.
Yeah,
But the reason why we didn't feel it is because we had depth. Calafiori was out for many weeks. Ben White was out for 10 weeks. Timber was in and out. Gabriel, obviously, we know missed a big portion of the season. Lewis Kelly, I think, was out a little
I
bit here
take
and
it
there.
based on your reaction, you're against signing Sane. Can you explain why?
Because he's not good enough for what we're trying to do. What are we signing him for? Is it a backup?
Don't you
sub
think
or
it's
we
an
have a
upgrade
backup
on
sub?
Martinelli and Trossard?
No, not on the left. No, I hate this concept of a left-footed winger playing on the left and a right-footed winger playing on the right.
I
That
hate it too.
never works.
I
That
hate
is BS. The best wingers in world football have played on the opposite wing. I can name the top 10 wingers in world football right now. None of them played in that position. Don't give me Ryan Giggs. Don't go 20, 30 years ago and give me Ryan Giggs and Robert Pires and shit. If you look at the last 20 years or 15 years, the right-footed wingers played on the left and left-footed wingers played on the right. This thing of Sane playing on the left is a BS argument because he's so limited there.
Can I ask you something? Do you think Arteta is trying to rekindle the Man City 2017 Sane and Raheem? You know, that would be funny.
No, stop it. Obviously not. He's
Bring him.
Calling his name.
Raheem. What if he
Wolfie just out here
Raheem
eating backup cow on the stream. صح يا حبيبي.
Macarona Sharia, man.
Yeah, it looked macarona. Wallah, it looked like macarona. I knew it was macarona from the first.
Nah, but you know what? Isn't that the same reason why Sane was not happy at City? Because he wanted to play on the right. You remember? Sane never wanted to play on the left. It's only it was quite funny to see him that he was saying that. Then he went to Bayern and then he was shifted to the right. Then he was shifted
And
to the left.
honestly, I'm not trying to defend my players. I generally don't think he's better than Trossard or Martinelli on the left wing.
I think,
I
he's
think
better than
both-
Trossard. I think he's better than
Come
Or-
on.
Sane on the left wing will not get us the GA Trossard gets us. He will not get us the GA that Martinelli probably gets us if he starts. He's not that guy. Maybe Sane from 5 years ago. Yes, 100%.
Yeah. I was about to say Sane was
Not this Sane.
the young player of the season when he was at left. But anyway, you're right. Not this Sane. This is a 29-year-old
Not this
Sane.
Sane. Yeah.
It's the same as Raheem. People say, look, this is a 29-year-old Raheem, and look at what happened to them. I don't know, man. I think Sane would just be a nice player to have, but I get where you're coming from because you're looking for an upgrade. You're trying to get it to the next level. Look at Liverpool. They've gone to Wirtz, and look at the rumors of other teams, what they're trying to get. And you're right. This point in time for you to say, okay, let's go get a Sane. Unless Sane comes in and something sparks in him, you know. But at 29 years old, speed
No
merchants,
chance, bro.
I don't know. You know.
And for people saying, I think Sam Kello, whatever, he keeps saying it continuously about Rafinha. I don't know if you're suggesting we get him or if you're saying, oh, he's a left winger who plays on the left. The difference with Rafinha, and trust me, I watch Barca as much as I watch Arsenal.
Yeah,
Yes,
Mao.
he starts on the left, but he keeps coming into the middle. He keeps coming into the middle to create. He keeps coming into the middle to shoot. He doesn't play as a traditional left-footed winger who plays on the left and just keeps going back and forth and crossing. He barely even tracks back sometimes. And if you're saying get him for Arsenal, bro, if we get someone like Rafinha, my God, that elevates our team.
Can
You
I
know
ask
who I would get from Barcelona? I would get Fermin Lopez. Because that guy, if he leaves Barcelona, is going to be a world-class attacking midfielder. But unfortunately, I don't think he'll leave.
Can I
Yeah,
ask
but you're
you-
going to sign Zubimendi, and the question is, what does Zubimendi even necessarily upgrade? Because Partey's already been doing kind of similar to the Zubimendi role. I think
He's not
Zubimendi
coming to replace Partey.
He's coming to replace who?
Jorginho. That's a massive upgrade.
Brother,
Tremendous.
Jorginho plays like
You
5
think
games a
Zubimendi is
season.
gonna sit? You think he's gonna sit on the bench?
Stop it.
Zubimendi.
I don't think he sits on the bench,
Jorginho plays
guys.
like 5 games a season. That's just so unfair.
Guys, yes, because we don't have anyone else.
You
that's
know
good.
what that can I tell you honestly what that's like? That's like me saying Florian Wirtz is replacing Elliot because Elliot is leaving.
No, it's not the same, Hassan, because the
it's
reality
the same thing.
is
Jorginho plays 5 games
no,
a
it's
season.
not. It's not, because the reason Jorginho only plays 5 games is because he's crap. But when Arteta had Moreno and he thought Moreno is good to be playing in the middle, he benched Partey some games. He played Partey as right back some games. He benched Rice some games. The point, we shouldn't be having a starting midfield. We should be having 5 or 6 midfielders, and Arteta rotates in certain games. If we go into the season saying this is a starting midfield 3 and that's it, and the others are benched, that's a problem for me because these players are going to get complacent. Now we have Moreno, Partey, Rice, and Zubimendi. That's our pivot 4. 2 of them will start. That's a very good problem to have because none of them should feel complacent. Rice drops stinkers in 2 games in a row, you're on the bench. Guess what? Zubimendi, Partey starts. Partey drops stinkers in 2-3 games, you're on the bench. And that's how it should be. The best teams, when City have been winning leagues again and again and again, I cannot sit back and tell you right now in the 22-23 season what was the starting midfield. You might tell me Gundogan, Rodri, and KDB. I can guarantee you I've seen games where Bernardo Silva started in the middle. It was Bernardo Silva, KDB, and Rodri. There were other games where I saw Foden start in the middle. I'm talking about Premier League and Champions League games, not league games.
Grealish, yeah.
That's how it should be. You shouldn't have a midfielder. Okay, that's it. It's these 3. They're comfortable in their position, and the other guys, if needed for injuries, they'll play. We need players to come in and challenge the starting 11 guys. That's
I
what
couldn't
Zubimendi
agree
is coming
more
to
with
do.
you, bro. I couldn't agree more with you. Exactly what I was saying about your striker situation. There's this mentality of, okay, we've done our 11. People think it's like FIFA weekend league, man. Like there'll be 100% fitness at the end of the start of the next game. You know what I'm saying? That's not how it works. You need a squad now. You need a squad if you're going to
100%.
be serious.
Can I
The
ask you
game is a
something,
lot
though?
different. It's a lot more
Can I ask you
intense.
something?
And
I have a
players are
question.
running more.
I have a question for you, right? You see how at Bayern, right, and I think no, at Barcelona especially, where I think I had a nice debate with somebody, and they also said the same thing because it looks like Rafinha. He was struggling at first until Yamal burst out. Because what's happening at Barcelona is Yamal is getting all the attention. They're so scared of Yamal. Everybody's looking at Yamal and they leave Rafinha free. Let's say, for instance, Sane comes in. Because I remember Sane was the scare factor at City and Raheem was the one free with the tap-ins. Remember, Raheem was having best seasons with Sane and Mahrez. Because
Aguero.
Mahrez and Sane were the scary ones. Aguero was scary.
Yeah,
and then Raheem could position himself. That's why I told people that this Raheem guy, he can still do it, but people are trying to use him in a different way. They're trying to make him the vocal point. No, he's always the guy who you have to forget and have his star this side. So let's say, for instance, Sane comes in. It's not the decent Sane, but Sane can be dangerous. And then what's his name? You guy, Saka gets all the attention all the time, right? Means you leave Sane at the left. Saka finds him. Sane can also cause damage. Can that not work? Because
No, it cannot, Patrick.
You know the issue about
Because
Martinelli. Martinelli likes tracking back. Sometimes I look in the box when Saka has got everybody together. Martinelli is nowhere to be seen. He doesn't want to get into the box. You get
yeah,
my point?
but the problem with that, Patrick, is right now we have creativity only from the right side. We need a left winger who can also be creative. When Martinelli and Trossard get the ball, Trossard, to be honest, has had moments where he's done really well and he's created things out of nothing. But obviously, we all know he's not consistent enough. He's more of a bench player. Come off the bench, impact the game. But Martinelli, when he started majority of the games on the left, he's not as creative on the left side. So when he gets the ball, it's you play him through, he can try to score, but he's not going to create something out of nothing. We need a left winger who can have as much damage on the left as Saka does for us on the right. If we go with the same scenario, in my opinion, maybe Sane is more intelligent than Martinelli and he might make more runs, but It's not going to be to the point where he takes off pressure from Saka when we're playing against low blocks that are not giving us spaces, right? And that's why we need someone who can dribble well. Because Saka is a very good dribbler on the right. You leave him one-on-one, he will destroy any fullback. We need someone who can do the exact same damage on the left when we attack. That way, Odegaard will also start moving to the left side a bit. Odegaard is probably on the right because he's leaning on Saka a lot more. Declan Rice doesn't get that kind of support on the left. So we need
could you not say the same for Martinelli? Could you not say if you bring in a number 9?
Point in terms of depth and everything. I get Ashraf's explanation. All I'm saying is someone need to go to the bench. That's all I'm saying.
What do you mean?
Because earlier on in the discussion, you mentioned that Havertz could play in midfield. Now we're saying Zubimendi is the replacement for Jorginho. So now I've essentially got. I think there's going to be a scenario that you hate. I'm sorry, Ashraf. I'm sorry to piss you off, but I think there's going to be a scenario that you really hate. I think he's going to play Partey inverted right back, play Zubimendi, Rice, and Odegaard as the midfield.
No,
that's
you know why. You know why he won't do it. I would have agreed with you if we didn't see Lewis Kelly and Timber. But because we saw these guys, and in my opinion, they were two of the best fullbacks.
I don't think he's going to rely on them.
And
Timber,
no, trust
100%
me,
right back. 100%.
100% a confirmed starter. Because even the conversation of, because we all know Arteta loves Ben White. He loved Ben White so much as a right back. And that became a dead conversation even when Ben White came back from injury because of how good Timber was performing over there. There's no way he drops Timber and Ben White from the right back position just to fit in Partey. I think what he does, because he's shown us this in a couple of games this season, he's going to rotate between Partey, Rice, and Zubimendi, especially Partey and Zubimendi in that position. And he'll probably rotate between Moreno and Rice here and there in the league. He's always wanted to do that, and he's done that last season with Havertz. The problem is Havertz is not a good midfielder, so he should have never, ever been played there. I think he wants 5 midfielders that he can trust and say, I can start any 3 and I'll be fine. He hasn't had that this season because, let's be honest, Jorginho just isn't that guy.
I don't get why this is such a big deal. I don't.
It's not City did that. City won the league that way.
I would expect in Arsenal's position, any player who's to be signed goes in there with 2 kind of outlooks. One, I'm going to be in competition for my place, and 2, I'm arrogant enough to think I'm good enough to be the first name on the team sheet. That should be the level of players and mentality that Arsenal are looking to sign. And if they have to fight for their place, so be it. Don't forget, Arsenal are going to be playing Champions League, Premier League, 2 cup competitions as well. You have to rotate this squad. You have to.
I agree. I agree. Let me just read a couple of these super chats and then we move on to Manchester City. Big up to Dinesh Shan. Big up to you, my brother Dinesh. He says, afternoon, everyone. Hope all is good. Went to the parade. Great day. All those injured, speed recovery and get back next season. Another parade. Big up to you, Dinesh. Of course, I spoke on that on the situation yesterday at the start of my Liverpool show. Go check that out. And obviously, our thoughts are with everyone affected with the car incident. Big up to Tuchel, who says, if you buy a starting striker, Arteta would have to admit that his Havertz signing is a failure. He's too stubborn to do that. You will get a bench striker and start Havertz. You'll see. You'll never walk alone. Low key, if this happens, and my feet are kicked up in the air, I'm completely relaxed, Habibi. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, it will be a problem. To be honest, Arteta's already wrong on Havertz because, guys, he didn't get him to be a striker. Exactly. He got him to be a midfielder. He played him there for half a season. This guy was averaging half the number of touches that Odegaard and Rice were averaging while they were also playing in the midfield, while creating 0 goals, 0 chances, while having 0 assists, while scoring 0 goals from open play for many, many months. So he was the most used. I think it's the worst managerial decision I've seen in my entire life watching football since I've been watching the sport. Having Havertz in that.
It didn't make sense, isn't it? He needed a striker and he went for Kai Havertz, and you spent about 60. And I was like, what's going on? I was confused. I was confused. Chelsea were happy though.
By the way, the Kai Havertz signing is an absolute failure. There is no gaslighting that will gaslight me saying
others will tell you that he did well because he scored a few goals.
I think he did well for like 3 months at the end of last season. That's it.
You know what it is? It's like Moreno. That's all it is. It's Moreno's Havertz version 2. Moreno came and did a job, but are Arsenal fans going to be speaking about Moreno starting up front next season?
No.
Like, let's be real here. This is the thing. Neither of them are strikers.
He was bought as a midfielder, Moreno, isn't it? He was
Exactly.
supposed to be.
He was.
Yeah.
He was. Even at 75 million, Gyokeres is as cheap as popcorn, is what Netweed is saying. Yeah, but if
Yeah.
Sporting Lisbon wants 65 million, why should you pay 75 million? Like, that's what
They,
they
they
want.
may
to do.
actually do that. They may actually do that.
I'm with you usually, Netweed, but like, if they want 65, you shouldn't try to pay more.
No,
I will
sometimes
say
they
one
will do
thing-
that so they can pay in installments. Sometimes they'll say, we'll give
Yeah,
you 10
yeah,
million
yeah.
more,
Yeah,
but we
yeah,
can
true,
do it over
true.
5 years.
Exactly.
FFP.
I will say one thing. While 100%, guys, I'm taking Gyokeres. I'm just playing devil's advocate, so humor me. Humor me, yeah? Because this is an argument I had a year ago. My only concern, and I don't think it'll be true because I've seen Gyokeres in a few games this season. He's looked amazing. My only concern is all the top scorers who have come from Portugal the last 10 years. I'll read out the names to you guys. These are the top scorers in Portugal of the last 10 years.
Read them.
15-16, Jonas, 32 goals. Do you guys remember him? The Brazilian striker, Jonas? One of the
yeah.
biggest flops out there. In 16-17, Bas Dost, 34 goals. You guys remember Bas Dost, the Dutch striker? Horrendous.
The Dutch one, yeah.
17-18, Jonas, again, 34 goals. Again, Jonas, the big flop. 18-19, Haris Severovic, right? 23 goals, so big drop-off. 19-20, Carlos Vinicius, 18 goals, crap. 19-20, Mehdi Taremi. We all know how garbage he is. He's playing in Inter now, I know, but he's garbage. 19-20, okay, there were two top scorers, him and Pizzi, right? Also 18 goals. 2021, Pedro Gonzalez, 23 goals. Mehdi Taremi, then Darwin Núñez, 26 goals. We all know how that story turned out. And then Mehdi Taremi, 22 goals. And then Victor Gyokeres, 29, and then 39. I am concerned that in the last 10... By the way, I just said 10 years for the sake of it. I can actually go behind Jackson Martinez for 4 years. We remember Jackson Martinez had big hype when he was at Porto. He went to Atletico Madrid and flopped bad.
Ramos?
Oscar Cardoso. Sorry?
Ramos, he was at Benfica, wasn't he?
No, Gonzalo Ramos was never top
was
scorer.
never top scorer.
He was never top scorer, but yeah, even he came
Yeah,
with
no,
high
I'm saying
hype.
another one who looks rubbish now at PSG, who was in the
Hulk,
Portuguese league.
Nene, Lisandro Lopez, Letsen, Lima. My concern is in the last 15, 20 years, guys, not a single world-class top striker has come out of Portugal. That was top scorer. Zero. None. And that for me is a bit scary. But everyone says Gyokeres is different. I have watched him. He does look elite. So I'm hoping he is different, to be honest. Falcao, I know Falcao played for Porto, but that was ages ago, to be honest.
Yeah, but
Big up
people
Falcao.
say that about the Dutch league as well. But you still get some gems. Suarez came from the Dutch league.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's not.
Yeah,
it's
but
not-
I
yeah,
can
yeah,
name. But
For
No, but I
Arsenal's
can go
sake,
to
they
Dutch
better
league and I
hope
can
that
name.
Gyokeres is the gem.
and not Sesko.
yeah, exactly. And not
You-
Watching
you-
on replay, can't lie. Wolfie is.
You know,
saying-
because everybody keeps saying, "Oh, look at the players from Germany who came from Germany. Look at the players who came from France." Look at Kante, look at Mahrez. Like for City, I know that it's not a
Yeah.
striker, but look at Ruben Diaz. Look at Cancelo. Those guys, all these guys are from the Portuguese league. Edison,
Speaking of City, this is the perfect segue, my
No,
brother
I'm saying
Patrick,
strikers from.
to speak
Oh yeah,
about
sorry, I
your-
get where you're coming from. Yeah.
to speak about your club for a little bit. Big up to everyone locked in, guys. Please do like the video. Please do subscribe to the channel. We're 15 likes away from 500 likes. That was our initial target. Let's at least get there. So everyone, please hit the like button. Everyone, please subscribe to the channel right here, right now. Guys, sure you can get to 500 likes. We're also 10 subscribers away from 52.2K. So do like the video. Do subscribe. Subscribe from your grandma's phone. Subscribe from everyone's phone. Big up to Jarvis, who says even Frankfurt has the striker curse. Yeah, I know what you're saying. But
Jovic went to Madrid.
Marmoush has done well, to be fair. Marmoush has done well, to be fair. Big
You're
up to the
getting their
Motters
other
as well.
striker episode, aren't you?
Ekitike.
Anyway, back to the topic.
Yeah,
So,
how come you didn't mention that, Hussam?
He
in the
hasn't, you
Liverpool
know. He
section?
hasn't mentioned it at all.
because if Wolfie just said I'm wrong for 30 seconds, we would have spoken about Ekitike. But instead, he wanted to gaslight for 30 minutes.
Thank God I didn't then.
Anyway, Patrick, Ryan Deers, Morgan Gibbs-White, Ait Nouri, Liverpool, so many different signings you're looking at. I said that in a Geordie accent as well. Talk to me, Habibi. What are you saying about?
I don't know. Look, at this point in time, I'm not as excited as Liverpool fans because there's a different language when Fab and other people put these stories out. For City, is Gibbs White is on the list. Reinders obviously is the only one that's saying that an advanced talk. I get the Reinders one, but so far, Ait Nouri, he's on the list. Cherky is on the list. Gibbs White is on the list. Do you get my point? So I am tired of this listing, but the list looks good because you know what? As much as City fans, some people are salty. that Soti has held, that hurt. We have to respond to the Wirtz news. So look, Simmons hasn't. I've never really looked at Simmons and watched him, and obviously Ash has watched Bundesliga. He's at Leipzig. I don't know how good Simmons is, but Cherky, I've watched him in a few games. So for me, I'm okay with Cherky, Reinders, and Nouri. Livramento, I think Livramento is a dream. I think that's a dream. I don't know how we can get him out of Newcastle. I keep looking at him, looking at his contract, looking at Newcastle, and say, why would Newcastle look at Trippier, who's getting older, and say, oh, we're going to sell Livramento to City, unless there's something in the background? There's no way. Unless City have been given a bit of hope, I don't think he's coming to City at all. But Ait Nouri, I really want him to come to City. I think apart from Hakimi, Ait Nouri is one of the most effective fullbacks out there. Yes, not very good defensive-wise, but as I said, teams like City, Madrid, teams like Liverpool, even Arsenal, I think sometimes take a chance with fullbacks who are attacking, because they will help, because teams will sit back sometimes. But at this point in time, Hussam, I'm not being gassed up for anybody. Reinders is the only one I'm close to saying maybe it's done, but the Cherky thing, there's really nothing. It's a list. Gibbs is a list. Ait Nouri is on the list. I haven't heard anything saying, oh, they're talking to him. That's why I'm jealous of you guys. You guys remind me of that time when
I saw your stream. I'm a subscriber to True City Fan. I was there when Hamza joined and he was fighting Martin, and it was it was literally a whole meltdown on your channel, Habibi. They're going through a tough time.
My channel, unlike other channels, because other channels don't want people to come there and vent. So my channel is where people come and do therapy, which is quite funny, because even YouTubers who are in City, they will leave their channel, come to my channel to vent. I think my channel, because I don't care what you say, I just let you say whatever you want to say. So people come there to vent. But let me be honest with you. City fans are hurt. You saw the stream. They're hurt with the Wirtz thing. And you know, some of them in the comments are like, oh, we're not hurt. But we are hurt. We're broken. So look, Cherky will be the guy. I don't know who else is out there. To be honest with you, I've been doing my own research of number 10s. But every time I bring these number 10s to Twitter, somebody tells me, whoever watches that league, and say, trust me, they ain't that guy. That's why even when I'm telling you, it's been sad. Every time I try bringing a diamond in the rough, say, oh, here's a guy from Belgium league. He can do like the Charles guy. You know the Charles guy who plays for Atalanta. His name is Charles. I forgot his name, but he's also a guy who's a forward 10 to number 10. He looks great on YouTube. I was like, oh my God, this guy looks great. Somebody told me, no, you'll be disappointed. He's trash. There's another guy who I got from the Dutch league. Somebody said he's trash. So Ash is right. When you miss on Wirtz, there's nothing else out there. So Cherky is the closest thing, and that's why I'm excited.
White.
I know. No.
Why are you trying
You're
to
the
sell
one who's
Gibbs
been
White?
doing
I
all the
don't get it.
tweets about him, Patrick.
I was trolling. I was just being a troll.
Why are you trying to sell Gibbs White so badly? I don't get it.
Because he doesn't rate him.
Because I
He
don't
doesn't
rate
rate
him.
him.
So you just want the money, eh?
I'm not paying 80 for Gibbs White.
By
I
the
can
way,
tell you.
there's
I
reports
think
that Arsenal are
Cherky
interested as well.
Cherky and Xavi Simmons are probably your best two options. Like,
Is
from the
Xavi
players
Simmons
available.
that good? Is he that good?
I like
He is
Xavi,
good, but
I think there's a player there.
He's
He
from
was
La
good.
Masia, isn't it? He's from La Masia. He was at Barcelona.
He is from La Masia, and I'll genuinely tell you this, bro. If you want a proper diamond, I promise you can lure Fermin Lopez out of Barcelona, because Barcelona, to be honest, they rotate the players, but they have Frankie de Jong starting, they have Pedri, Dani Olmo playing there as well. I think it's like the Thiago Alcantara kind of thing, where he is going to leave because there's so many stars. If you really want a proper 10 who can score, who can create, who can do all of that, Fermin Lopez is going to be one of the best out there. You need to be
Do you
pushing
need
more
a
forward
10?
now.
Do you need a 10? I just feel like
Yeah,
But
they
We
do.
do.
no,
There's
I mean,
moments where we
football's
struggle.
evolved from 10s. Most teams are playing 4-3-3s now. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a bit of an evolution away, double eights and things like that. Like, is it that essential? You got enough midfielders in there, or you'll buy some. Do they have to be 10s? Pep's probably going to change his formation again, because he does it every 4 or 5 months. Like,
You're
is
just
a
trying to
10
sell
that-
Gibbs White.
Bro, if I was trying to sell Gibbs White, I'd say they need a number 10. They can have him, man. Discount price 75. 75.
75.
I don't know, man.
And
We
also,
need.
can't
we need
Foden
Willy
step
Stefan
it
there.
up.
my God, you're so shameless.
No. Okay. Look.
75.
Foden can step up, but Foden is a different type of 10. Foden is a 10 that takes the ball,
Floats,
I would
yeah.
dribble, I will score. Rarely he passes. We are looking. What I've been looking at is we need a guy who's obsessed with assisting. That's what you need. people who are just obsessed with passing. That every time they get the opportunity, they would rather pass than shoot. I like those players because Haaland is going to
Gibbs
have to
White
feed
will
off
be
somebody.
perfect for you then.
Oh no,
He can't shoot. He can't shoot, bro.
That's why. Do you know what I'm praying? This is just hopium, and Hussam, maybe you'll laugh at me. My hopium is Echeverry just becomes the guy, and we save a lot. Echeverry just becomes. the
It's a
guy.
very hype, Yachi. Have some shame, Yachi.
And you sound like LB now.
Yeah,
That's what
I
I
do
said,
feel he's
Opium,
one of
man.
these Brazilians who's come out from there and is just overhyped. Like, to be honest,
You know,
like
he's
they're
a-
always trying to prop
he'll
up
be
one
like the guy
Brazilian
that
every year.
He's an Argentinian though, so he's good.
Oh, is
though.
he? Who's wait? Who? Chelsea has a
Echeverry.
Brazilian, no?
Yeah, but Chelsea's not
Chelsea's the one-
Brazilian.
It's
Chelsea's
Estevao,
not
you
good
mean.
in Brazilian.
Estevao.
Real Madrid
Estevao,
have got
yeah.
him.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Real Madrid have got him, haven't they?
have
One from
Eche-
Palmeiras.
Echeverry is the Argentinian,
Yeah, fair.
or they call him Eche Messi.
I haven't watched him. I don't know if he's good. To be honest.
He's good. He's good. He came on when we were losing against Crystal Palace, and he already
Yeah,
Yeah,
missed
it's
the sitter.
Messi's so
Missed
good,
the
he has
sitter.
a chance right in front of the goalie.
Yeah, but his movement is great. I'm just saying, I'm hoping it's hopium. But what else can I do? I have to hope because number 10s are not out there, man. Xavi Simons, I know it's 80 million. I think being from La Masia, there's always a player from players from La Masia. Saying that, let's not forget Adama is also from La Masia. So let's not get gassed up.
Yuck. Yeah, exactly.
I know. I never knew that Adama. was from there.
Adama Traore is the anomaly though. Like he's the one guy who came different. To be honest, I don't know if it's if he's black or something.
Adama
Like I can
Traore
say it as a black man.
yeah.
As a black man, I can say
You
that. I
know
don't know
what
if he's
happened to
black.
Adama? Adama was probably killing it in like the under 12s. Like I promise you,
Because
he
he was
probably had.
bullying them. Because he was bullying them.
I promise you, he probably had like 200 goals in 5 appearances or some shit. Like I swear, I could just.
I
tell
bet-
you.
I bet you he was bullying them because he was like bigger than all of them. But anyway, look, Hussam, let me be honest with you. It hurts me.
Are you
that
excited about your future?
I am not yet because I said if you want me, no. Listen to me. How can I be excited with they are on the list? You get excited when they say they're
Yeah.
talking. There's negotiations, and the thing is,
Correct.
I think as City fans, every City fan was saying if Wirtz walks through the door, it doesn't matter what trash you give us. You can give us Gibbs White or anybody, we don't mind. Right now, I'm telling you, I think City bring Cherky or Siemens. We won't mind whatever comes in, and we will get excited. But at this point in time, I'm not excited because Liverpool, I keep giving you guys an example. You went and got Frimpong, even though people keep saying shit about Frimpong. He's very good at being a creative fullback. Yes, people say he's a wing, but who cares? Slot has got an idea to play him. And then you got Gyokeres, who was one of the best fullbacks. And then you've got a stable of McAllister, Gravenberch, and then what's his name? Soboslai. And then you've got Wirtz. And then you've got Salah. You keep Salah, you keep Van Dijk. I am behind right now. I'm already 10 points or 15 points behind. And I've lost one of the best players in the league, who is KDB. And even when KDB was 33 years old, he was creating more than some of our young players. So we're in trouble at the moment. We right now we are hoping that Mamouche scores from outside the box. That's what he's been doing, saving us by scoring from outside the box. Nico Gonzalez surprising us. Haaland scoring once in a while. There's no creativity in this team if you clock it. Everybody just wants to score. We don't have that creative midfielder anymore. And Wolfie don't say Gibbs White because Gibbs White's creativity is also low.
I'm gonna say, when are you gonna get relegated? Because
I don't know.
we're still waiting. We're still waiting, man.
Keep
Guys,
waiting.
they're gonna be found not guilty. Like don't hold your breath. Trust me.
Mm.
And I'm not even saying it as a hater.
First.
No, honestly, I genuinely think they will be found not guilty because there isn't enough evidence to show that they did something. I think it's exactly like the UEFA thing. I'm not even saying it as a hater or anything. I genuinely think that whatever UEFA found them not guilty of is exactly the same thing. Because the case is they've overinflated the Etisalat and Etihad sponsorships, and I don't think there's proof to show that they have done that. So
Yeah,
I think
because
they're gonna be found not
because
guilty.
let's
People
say
should move on.
Yeah, let's say for instance, so Ash is right because one of my friends who does auditing in America, he audits companies and the government offices. He said the issue about the 115 is even him as a City fan. Let's say for instance, okay, they did it, but the thing is, you're gonna have to ask for accounts from the Sheikh. So are you really asking for accounts from the Sheikh to prove all this? Like, do you know who the Sheikh is? The Sheikh is not you and me and the guys on this thing. That's what somebody was saying, that's where it's also scary. But the fact that even the same company that audits the prem was receiving those documents every year and saying, go ahead. every year, and that's the same company that audits the Prem.
Yeah,
So
but you've
anyway,
also
we'll
got
see.
stuff about the Mancini overpayments and all the other stuff, bro. I
Yeah,
actually, Patrick.
but there's
but
nothing
again,
to
there'll be no
Forget the
evidence
Liverpool
of
thing.
that.
Guys, let's not all be judge and jury here. So with City signing Ryan Deers and all these players that they're linked to, do you think they're
That's
going
a
to be a
good sign.
significant threat next year?
Are you talking about
Yes.
all of them? If they sign all of the ones that are rumored,
Yeah, let's say you get Livramento, you get Ait Nouri, you sign Ryan Deers, and let's say Gibbs White.
Gibbs White. With Gibbs White, you win the league.
don't say Gibbs. I say Turkey. Don't say Gibbs. White.
Look at this
Yeah,
guy.
Gibbs White, you win the league. Turkey, you challenge.
Do you know what? If I won the league with Gibbs White, I would come to this stream shamelessly. And if Gibbs White won a Ballon d'Or at City, oh my god!
I would congratulate
Guys,
you.
don't forget one thing. Like that's a
Ballon
very
d'Or.
very important X factor here that we are not mentioning. These
What?
guys, it's gonna sound very cliche and cheesy, but it's like
Arteta.
a new signing. They have Rodri coming back. That is not a normal player returning. The fact that Rodri is back, if they get Shirky, and let's say Reinders, for example, that midfield is fantastic then, because Rodri is the best or one of the best in the world. Obviously, we don't know how he's going to be post-injury, and that changes things significantly. I think your biggest issue is defense, in my opinion. I think you have to shore up your defense because you guys concede. Forget goals, you can see chances like crazy every single game, and that shouldn't be happening.
Do you think
to a
because
team like
Rodri was
City.
missing? Because Rodri was keeping
Maybe.
the ball away from the defense.
Maybe, but I also think your defenders did not defend certain counterattacks really well. So
Yeah, that been.
if you guys fix that issue now, then yeah, 100%, you guys will be dangerous.
Yeah,
next
hopefully
season.
that Yuma Ba guy is going to America. So the Yuma Bus looks like a real deal. I don't know. Look, at this point in time, I think City need fullbacks to help out in attack sometimes. I think we will keep the ball, but you're right. The issue with this season for City is back in the days, City used to get those counter-attacks. But the issue is we had an attack that would create more. There was a point in time when I used to say, Raheem and Sane, why are you missing so much? When City used to create like 15 chances. Now we don't. We create like 4, 3, like very low chances. We'll see how it goes, man. But Reinders, I think, will also be a game changer next to Rodri. You're right. I think as soon as Reinders comes in, but let's say Reinders comes in, right? Don't forget there's Nico Gonzalez who can play the 8 also. Reinders comes in, we can have Foden or whoever just play the 10. Because at least they know they've got Reinders and Rodri behind them. Because that's the other issue we've had. Gundogan's legs are gone. So when Gundogan plays next to Kovacic, both of them are not fast. Both of them are not doing well. So even KDB has been asked to track back, and then our team has just looked horrible. So we'll see anyway.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, let's be honest. I'm not excited because I see the guys who won the league by 15 points are doing better deals and closing things up.
Yeah, also, Patrick, I don't think anyone should sleep on Chelsea if they get a striker. Because
Not
they
just
got very
striker,
good
they need a
leaders.
goalkeeper.
Need a
They need a
senior
goalkeeper and a
defender, a senior
striker and an
defender.
experienced centre back. It can't
I was
be
gonna
just
say,
one.
but they have an excellent midfield, man. Excellent midfield.
Yeah, the midfield is great.
If
yeah.
they could get themselves to number 9, maybe a winger, I get what you're saying on the keeper. That's not a lot of business, is my point, that they would have to do in the summer.
And they sell well. They sell very well, Chelsea.
Okay, let me just read this one before we wrap up and send you all to Patrick's stream. But make sure you guys are liking, make sure you guys are subscribing. Everyone, please hit the like button and subscribe. Now we are 5 subs away from 52.5k, 0.2k. Sorry. Go subscribe to Ashraf Talks Football. Go subscribe to Forest Fan TV. Go subscribe to True City Fan, and subscribe to that bum LB as well. Ashraf, instead of left winger, if you have an option, would you get Morgan Rogers from Villa to replace Odegaard?
Oh my God, no. 100%. No. We need a left winger, guys. It's absolutely crucial. And I haven't lost faith in Odegaard, unlike many people. Like, he's had one bad season, but the other 2 seasons before that were world class. So if he has another season like this, he should leave. But I think he
You
can
need
get
to
back.
leave. Fair.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you, Samir. Thank you to every single super chat. Thank you to all these guys. The stream is gonna take over to True City Fan. He is doing a Manchester City stream as well. Go show him some love. Go show him some support as well. Shout out to Patrick for coming in today. Shout out to everyone locked in. I'm gonna be back
Big
as well.
up Real Betis. Big up Real
Yes.
Betis. Let's
I'm
go.
gonna be back after, inshallah, for Real Betis watch along. I cannot believe Man United lost to ASEAN All Stars. If anyone tells me United are bigger than Liverpool, I'm just gonna laugh in their face now.
Yeah,
Love
he's
you
a
all,
solid-
and see you guys on Patrick's channel. Yalla, peace out.